Hello, welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is the review for Raw, the May 21st edition, 2018. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is the monster among boys. And yes, that does sound pedophile out loud the second time I'm hearing this. Joe Venuta.
Thank you, I'm Henri, the monster among boys.
Yes.
Hey Vicky.
She might be a boy.
Don't want to get sued by Beyonce, but if I were a boy, it wasn't her. Except for I am a boy, not if I were a boy.
Yes.
The road to Money in the Bank. Believe it or not, we still got 4 weeks until pay-per-view. Roll for the episode of Roll Monday. Braun picked up a big win. Roman and Owens dominated the first hour. And Ronda and Nia signed a contract for their upcoming title belt to round out a show that was at times entertaining, but also terribly acted and bloated, too.
Essentially, there were times where it was a very good show, and other times it drove straight off a cliff.
Yeah, sometimes less is more. Less than you create must learn as it continues to toy and tinker with the show's 3-hour format 6 years later.
They still haven't figured it out.
To kick things off, we had an opening promo with Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, Roman, and Kevin Owens.
The opening promo was fine for what they were setting up, to me. Stephanie's back in her opening promo role. Her emasculation didn't really go out of control. Maybe except for the slant Owens where she just gave him a look to not touch her. But she wasn't bad in the role. And essentially, Roman's continuing being his whiny self about him not getting the chances that Brock Lesnar's getting and what have you. So in that aspect, it's not as good, but for what it's set up, it was fine.
Look, another episode of Roll, the starts with a promo that isn't announced in a match. Stephanie suggested she does not play favorites when Owens literally called her a week ago and got exactly what he wanted out of her was a fun bit of hypocrisy after running with that character. With that said, Roll will probably be an infinitely better show if it broke through from a monotonous formula. It's something to over the last decade or so. First, Roman Reigns defeated Kevin Owens by disqualification when Jinder Mahal entered.
I actually was feeling it. I thought this was pretty good for what we got. I wish it went longer and was actually the opening match. But for me, it was kind of cut short in a way. I would see a little bit more finality to it. But we got Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins to come out for the obvious tag match plans.
Roman and Kevin have a strong in-ring chemistry, something we saw in late 2016, early 2017. And this is no exception on that part. The non-finish wasn't necessary as Roman cannot keep losing matches, and Kevin certainly cannot afford one either, particularly in the midst of a renewed push, and he's a heel and roll, so can't really lose there. It was strong way to kick off the in-ring portion of the show, even if it was the second consecutive segment. A tag team match between these four is inevitable. Up next, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins defeated Kevin Owens and Jinder Mahal.
It was a match, for me, it was a match around this point where I was actually just getting tired of seeing Roman Reigns in the ring. Essentially, it was just straight 45 minutes of him. 51 minutes of him just in the ring. Where Seth maybe had about 5 minutes of total offense. Because he was the one that got the hot tag. But it just kind of felt, well, you added Jinder Mahal to a Roman Reigns match. It's not looking pretty for that match in Money in the Bank. You still lost one.
Yeah.
But again, it kind of just got monotonous to me. Just Roman Reigns just getting beat up for about 40 minutes.
Yeah. So much for maintaining Kevin's momentum. As I was saying, Jinder needs to be protected, especially as Roman's next pay-per-view opponent, but it feels like Kevin has more upward momentum at this point than Jinder. So, Wade says no, but I'm just put Seth and Roman over. Feels like a crazy misstep that could haunt the right team in a few weeks when again attempts to present Kevin as a legitimate main event star. A guy who
just have him lose again.
A guy who cannot beat Roman or Seth at this point due to represent step below the measure 6 on Monday nights. Up next, Sami Zayn exposes Bobby Lashley.
If I'm going to describe this promo in one word, that word would be horseshit. It was terrible. Essentially, the three Lashley sisters, or the Lashley sisters 3, if you prefer, or essentially 3 dudes in drag. And all 3 of them just put out boring promos for the 36 they got to speak. Not even Sammy overdoing it could save it, because it was heading off a cliff, and then Lashley came out, and for some reason was smiling at his family being assaulted. That should tell you more than you need to know about this awful, god-awful promo.
Sammy's mic work while not scripted well was the only redeeming quality of the segment in terms of him being over the top. As a heel, Sammy's so much fun as he's loudmouth, unlikable, and all the good stuff there. You cannot help but want to say good job. Just give him mic time will have helped make Lashley more likable, but instead, WWE creative opted to go this route.
Yes.
Booking poor excuse and terrible humor, and the result was a few somehow worse off than was prior to the show. Lashley continued to flounder around early in his return, through no fault of his own. No. Up next, Ember Moon defeated Alexa Bliss.
No, I'll start off by saying they really gave Alexa Bliss weird material for her backstage interview. Mm-hmm. Where she talked about the Roman Empire falling to Visigoths or what have you. But strange material aside, I thought the match was pretty solid. Probably at this point, it was probably out of the 2 matches that happened, it was my favorite. It was definitely my favorite of the 2. Or technically it's 3, but you get the point. It's the second official match. And again, I just thought it was solid from all 3. Ember Moon sold like death for Alexa Bliss, and we also got Ember picking up the one on Alexis. So all positive things around for that one.
It's interesting to see the manner in which matches utilize Alexa this week. She lost at WrestleMania, lost at Backlash, won a Money Back qualifier last week, and is right back to losing this week. And a match that probably should have more significance to Ember than did. This is the second time Ember beat Alexa. This one might be a little less because this one was a little bit more screwy. Because it was due to the screwiness of Mickey getting ejected.
Yeah.
And Alexa's been on losing streak qualified for the Money Back places. The match was good up there for what it was. But neither one are really involved in it, but they're on Money Back on anything interesting, so. But going to counts, that's a disappointment, so hopefully this is the start of a feud between them. Up next, Baron Corbin defeated No Way Jose.
I actually forgot this match even happened. And maybe that's the point. It sort of got blacked out in my mind. I don't remember anything being, well, working wise, I don't remember anything being completely screwed up. But I don't remember it being, at the very least, interesting.
The effort was appearing, but no one really bought into No Way win. The match, Baron appears to be on booking treadmill source, moving neither up nor down. He wins some, he loses some. He's got to be on the receiving end of a push that lives up to the hype surrounding him. That's like Bobby Lashley, that's not on him. Balor's work has improved consistently with every passing year. More focused and committed push on 3 will benefit him tremendously and earn some of that main event credibility he lacks, especially on Raw, where there isn't much to compete with. Up next, the B team defeated Breezango.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from the B team, just character-wise. I think this direction they're heading in is very entertaining, to say the least. Where they're coming out, and they're literally drawing the B on their shirt, like trying to color it in, and then just getting the win and just overselling the celebration.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's fantastic stuff. Definitely must-see television for me.
Yeah.
Overall.
Another big win for the B team, but it comes in a match far too short to mean anything. Plus, WWE Creative has so gloriously botched Breezango's act that they have zero credibility anyway.
Yeah.
If we're to buy Bo and Curtis as first, they need to be a more legitimate team and score the most impressive upset to beat.
They should actually probably be Bray and Matt's contenders.
Yeah.
They're the only team that seems to be doing anything that's not named Drew and Ziggler.
Remember all Author's Pain?
No, I didn't. And maybe that's the point.
Up next night, Jackson Ronda Rousey contract signing.
Well, if you've been paying attention to what we've been saying so far about promos on the show, well, the one we went in depth with, and then the one I just said had strange material. Promos haven't been going its way tonight. They hadn't been in anything positive or meaningful. However, this is where that trend sort of stops. Where I actually thought that this is definitely promo tonight, and I thought that it may have actually been Ronda's best promo. Of course, it's helped along by Stephanie McMahon, who's actually pretty good at building tension for as much crap as we give her. Yeah, fine. I'll take you on this one. I give Stephanie McMahon.
I give her more credit than you do.
Yeah. But she is good, at least good in a role where literally neither one is necessarily great on the mic. She's good at least adding interest there. And I think Ronda did a great job of showing off that badass quality that she does have. And I also think they did a heck of a job too as well. Of wanting to be the one that's not the pushover for Ronda.
I fluctuate on Stephanie week after week. It's either on week from a compliment her.
Well, I fluctuated with her on this one show, so.
So let me get my chapstick out because here's where I'll kiss her ass. To get us on the red carpet, the whole thing next year.
Yes.
The star of this was not Ronda or Nia, but Stephanie. Who was brilliant as she attempted to create fair tension just like between the competitors. Given the complete lack of history between them, this segment needs Stephanie. Yes, needed Stephanie to instigate, and she did a great effect. Ronda and I were both fine. Neither being the strongest talker, and the segment was merely okay as a result, if a little bit without Stephanie. Without Stephanie, it actually could have been significantly worse. Doing the title match Money in the Bank before it even happened.
Yes.
So there you go, Stephanie on both your areas, you know. I'd like to be on it, but we'll say that for Triple H.
Just remember, philanthropy is the greatest form of marketing.
She didn't say that this week, so I don't know how you want. I know easy with her, but she's like the only woman with any of my skills in the show.
Well, this week they also gave Alexa Bliss some Roman history crap.
And she couldn't make it work. So, shit.
How can you possibly make that work?
I'm pretty sure Stephanie could have made it work, because Stephanie's awesome.
She mean,
so
it's a cup. You sit in the cup. But who the hell can come in with Roman Empire and Visigoths and She even said the year too. I'm not even sure. I don't remember the year, but she actually said the year Rome fell.
Stephanie will tie that in well with in the opening promo about the Roman Empire or Roman reigns. She will tie it in well. She could have made it work. Just like Stephanie will made Lashley's sisters work. So Stephanie is the greatness of Raw. What is the song?
You know she compared 9/11 to her father getting...
She was young and stupid. We've all done stupid things.
Accused in his steroid trial.
I still do stupid things. I once considered Carmella a good wrestler. And you think Alexis Trish trash anyway.
Never once said that.
Or Kelly.
Never once said that.
Or you think Kelly is hot. Alright, so moving on.
Yeah, I'll admit to that, yes.
I'm not making fun of her for being blonde. But I think I can't find her eyes. I have pictures too, proof she has no eyes.
Kelly, you're a very beautiful girl.
You just can't see us. The point is, Stephanie will make that work. Because Stephanie's... Why am I kissing Stephanie's ass? Because we're almost big time for us. And I'm kissing everybody's ass. That... my lips are on Stephanie's ass, but I'm not going to be on that ass because that's Triple H's job. Now they are separate, I'll be on that ass. Alright.
I was learning it on the WWE Network before.
Yeah, I know.
That.
Yeah, but
my life is complete now.
Does anybody watch Woman?
I've peaked at 26.
Do any of us smarts? Does any of us smarts want? I peaked at 18. So don't worry.
It's all downhill from here.
It's been downhill for 10 years for me. All right. It's smart. Do any of you smarts watch Woman Revolution documentaries? No. All right. No offense. That's not your peak. There's still hope for you. There's no hope left for me because I was on TV at a young age. I don't know. That's the That might be. I had it on TV at my hand.
Yeah.
My hair was on TV too. At that moment, SmackDown. But no, I'm trying to kiss Stephanie's ass for personal reasons. Only one's a job. The only woman with any muscles on the show, clearly. Up next. Stephanie's resumes below. Might as well put it on. Well, there's going to be nothing on it. So,
yeah.
Look at that. You can trade me too. I'll work for free.
Yeah.
Or jelly beans. Up next, Dolph Ziggler defeated Chad Gable.
I thought their chemistry together, Gable and Ziggler, I thought it would work really well. Where they both kind of sort of showed the same style. No, they have the same background of amateur wrestling. And I thought that they were going along great. I wish that we got a little bit longer of a match between these two, because it could easily have been match of the night. But
it was
hopefully,
up until that.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully we get a little bit more of them, and maybe throw a little McIntyre in there as well. And if they want to, that's how they bring Jordan back. Yeah,
the idea of Chad versus Dolph is an appealing one. And while the athleticism was there, I was just throwing a level 1 respect from them. The time to history and help matters. We're very patiently through the Dolph and Drew experiment. It becomes more and more apparent that they creative, the fans taste where the story's headed, like they've been doing. Instead of get out like fully, right now they're doing enough drill comparisons to show like it was a diesel. To avoid appearing, becoming two guys doing videos every week, down the line must advance things before fans grow bored, but they're not growing bored yet. With that said, Dolph and Drew have been phenomenal at this point.
Yeah.
And they should be major players overall for the foreseeable future. Up next, Natalya defeated Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan in a fatal 4-way Money in the Bank qualifying match.
This is probably the most I can say about it. It was a woman's fatal 4-way. To me, it wasn't really anything special.
And
I more or less think positively of it is because Natalya actually picked up the win, which probably there's like a 50-50 chance of that actually happening.
Yes, because all the other three really were going to win that match.
No, because Dana.
You know what?
Dana
don't even wrestle no more.
Dana is the dark horse in that match.
Dana don't even wrestle anymore.
No, probably second best chance would be Liv.
Liv don't even wrestle. She laid the outside
well,
for.
I was trying to give something and add something to it. It was a women's fatal 4-way. It happened.
So instead of complimenting them on their booking, you try to insult the whole match.
No, I gave them ups on their booking. Natalia won.
Natalia's benefit from her return to role, winning matches and being positioned as the best friend around it. Her win here brings Elvira presence to the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Sure, there's some people wondering if we'll go his route. If Liv or Sarah will benefit from appearing in the match now.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some out there wondering that they rather have them in a match because they're younger and more inexperienced. They would have gotten some less exposure in a match. Because Liv is by far the most athletic woman in the company. And Sarah's only a farm girl.
She can get the game meat.
And the Riot Squad.
Or Uncle Tater's farm.
And the Riot. I'm just saying because the Riot Squad were over as part of the ongoing rivalry with Billy and Sasha, which I'm not really sure if that's a thing anymore. So.
I'm pretty sure that's the reaction. That's the creative team's reaction if someone brings it up. Yeah, well, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be their next step.
Up next, Elias defeated Bobby Roode.
To me, I think their first two matches, I thought they showed off pretty good chemistry together. And I said that I would see more, but after seeing the following two matches, it seemed like all they had.
Apparently, match 4 is the rubber match.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match to begin with, but it didn't necessarily show off like what they did with each other in their first two encounters. Where I thought they put on very entertaining matches. Again, not a bad match, but I don't think it necessarily needed to happen. It seemed like they were just trying to get both guys on the show.
Bobby just lost a match clean in the center ring, but Michael Cole brushes it off, reminding fans he's still in the ladder match. Like the loss tonight means nothing. It's backwards booking, and essentially renders Elias' victory meaningless.
You know losses don't mean anything in WWE.
Why management continues to implement that kind of booking when clear benefits no one's a question, only it can answer. And the main event,
They can't even answer.
And then the main event, Braun Strowman defeated Finn Balor.
For me, this was match of the night. It was a really good match, but for me, it took a while to get going. It just seemed FaZe Braun dominating the beginning 5-6 minutes of this match. For some reason, drug a little bit. Like I was waiting for the pace to sort of even up, and for Braun to just get out of just clubbing Finn, his offense. But once that part got passed, I thought this match actually was really entertaining, was really good. It showed off Finn as the underdog, as he should be, because he's about 200 pounds lighter, and probably a foot shorter, at the very least. But I thought he also did very well in showing off how his offense can actually affect the bigger guy. Where I had past qualms about, I know you definitely had past qualms about Brock selling for him.
Right.
But I thought in this match, it could possibly happen if they do it that. I wish they had more for him, but I thought this match did very well.
I meant to say earlier, I wasn't wondering it was my match tonight, because I agree with Pat at the beginning of this match. Drunk. I didn't get a dry feeling from the open match. This was a fun main event. It told a strong story that made Finn look like a gusty competitor and further established Braun as one of the groundless faces of WWE in 2018. Braun might not have the push of Roman, but he has a crowd behind him. Even during this match, the brief flirtation with he was working as a heel here. Did not stop the chance to get these hands from being level. If anything, he was more popular than Finn in the match.
Yeah.
And a little bit. It was a solid conclusion. It was a solid conclusion to a sometimes bizarre,
Baffling.
overly stuffed episode roll. About Daldo for roll.
It was bizarrely overstuffed, but
Nothing happened.
Not nothing happened.
No, it felt cramped. It felt cramped.
And they could have actually added more.
It felt cramped.
Like, they didn't use Sasha and Bailey at all.
Yeah, that's why it's so hot. This week they were trying to figure out what to do. Don't worry, they're going to create next week. We have a woman's gauntlet.
I'm not expecting the quality that the men did a couple months ago.
I'm expecting an hour and 6 performers. Well, look at the names in it. Some of them can pull off. Bailey, Sasha, and Mickie James are in the match. And Ruby Riott are in the match.
Yeah, but add the other ones.
I'm not going to talk about Liv, Dana, and Sarah because they're not in the match.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they're not. They're definitely going to win. And Bailey and Sasha are out. The match is between Ruby and Mickie.
Yeah. It'll probably be Ruby, I'm thinking.
Well, good then. If anybody deserves a pay-per-view spotlight as a lead on the Raw Women's division,
yeah.
fucking Nia Jax is the champion. I'm a little harsh on Nia. As I learned, fucking Nia Jax is the champion. At least she's not fucking Carmella. Just think about it. Present out Women's Revolution. Had dirtier faces in the women's divisions currently. Just thinking about that. Also on Raw next week, Jinder Mahal versus Seth Rollins. Can Seth keep his momentum going with A-list matches? We'll see with Jinder. That'll be impressive if he can for the Intercontinental Championship. Then tomorrow night on SmackDown will be Billie Kay versus Lana, and then Money Bank qualifier.
I would rather see that match than Bobby Lashley's sisters.
Definitely. Naomi versus Sonya and Sonya's second chance qualifier for Money Bank. And due to Big Cass's either injury or not injury or work injury over the weekend.
I'm pretty sure it's a work injury.
The match with Sonya Joe's now canceled. So tomorrow night on SmackDown is going to be Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy for the first time ever. Winner faces Samoa Joe next week for the final spot in the men's Money Bank Line match on 205 this week is Akira Tozawa versus Hideo Itami, and NXT did not announce anything, I don't believe, for this week. They did. Lars Sullivan versus Velveteen Dream and Ricochet and TM61 versus Heavy Machinery. So yeah, they did. Now for this edition, we'll be back Friday night with those two shows reviews and WWE Unforgiven 2003
review.
See you then.
See you then. Boom.